Would you kindly elucidate on the different cycles of Saturn's transits? For example, a person born in the year 1980 and has a Sagittarian ascendant, Taurus moon, is now going through the second cycle of Saturn. Will this modify, change the general intensity of the effects of Saturn, which might have during the transit? So, this is a question. Wow, it's quite a heavy question. But nevertheless, I will try to explain it very simply for you that the Saturn's transits are very significant in astrology because they mark important periods of growth, challenge, and transformation. In this order, it's a growth. You will have to overcome the challenges, and then the transformation or the success that you will see is phenomenal. Now, Saturn takes about 28 to 29 years to complete one full cycle around the zodiac, and this transit is divided into several key phases. So, the first Saturn return for every individual is between the ages of 28 to 30. It's a major milestone. And if you look back, actually, you mature up at the age of 28 and you realize that would you like to live in the structure that has been conditioned with what you've been conditioned, or would you like to renew your structure in a different way? And it is often associated with significant life changes and increased responsibilities also. So it's a time of maturation and you re-evaluating your own goals of life. The second Saturn return comes around the age of 56 to 60. Now, this period often brings a reassessment of your own achievements of what you've done and your life's direction. Do you want to renovate it? Do you want to continue with it? Or do you want to literally start with a fresh chapter? It all depends upon the fire energies also. So, Saturn, Earth energies, and the fire energies, they're basically can be very, very productive. The combination of fire and earth is productive. That means you have the courage and the resilience to change your existing circumstances to and make it very different. If you're unhappy, you change something new. If you're happy, you renovate it. Or if you feel energetic enough, it is also a time when you want to probably return back to the world what you have learned from the world. So it's a time of consolidation where the individual focuses on what truly matters and it let goes of things what no longer either serves them or you start feeling that I've experienced it. Now is something for me to actually do something differently, which gives my core the satisfaction of having lived a life well. The third Saturn comes around the age of 84 and 90. Now, this phase is, I will not say less common because a human lifespan is till 120 if you actually lead a disciplined life like the planets. You just have to harness their energies and you can live very healthily. But those of us who are fortunate to live beyond the age of 84 and or beyond the age of 90, don't give up because this phase marks a period of wisdom and reflection. It's a time to review one's life and legacy. Frankly speaking, like I always tell my clients, that it's important to leave a legacy behind, however big or small, doesn't matter. It's what you're capable of leaving behind, you leave behind and feel the satisfaction of life well lived. There is a client of mine who stays in Germany who actually completed her PhD at the age of 92. And at the age of 93, just recently, she tells me that she's learned how to actually start working with the technical world. I myself am 67. I've learned, I mean, I've become such a geek now that I never believed that in my generation or when I interact with people of my generation, they are telling me that how it's difficult to actually get into these so much of technical shift that's happening in the world. But I find it interesting. So it's the way how you structure your life. And that's what the Saturn returns are all about. So whether it is the first, second, third Saturn return doesn't matter because you're dealing with a different phase of your life at every step and either renewing it, renovating it, or having got the satisfaction of a life well lived. So don't forget to leave your legacies behind. These planets have got such a beautiful way of making every individual realize where he had gone wrong. And it also gives us the free will of either rectifying it, renovating it, or making ourselves worth our while as long as we are alive. What we need to know is how we can make ourselves happy in this life, because each one of us who's born in this life, God is the same. God's blessings are the same for every individual, and trust me, he wants each one of us to be happy and doing our bit to leave our legacy behind. And for all your other very detailed queries, it's important to consult with a knowledgeable astrologer for personalized guidance. And rest assured, I will be coming up with many more answers to all the queries you have. So don't hesitate to write your queries, and don't bother whether you should or not. You just speak your truth the way I speak my truth while giving all the answers. Stay blessed.